All right, I'm back with another recording. It is almost 6 in the afternoon now, and we have to grind for the last 2 drops in the Rainy Circle Sanctuary. And then once we get those last 2 drops, the Rainy Circle Sanctuary will be done, and so will Chapter 4. And then that's when we will have reached the halfway point of the game. We already have half of the drops. Well, we're over half of the drops now. So yeah, really we're halfway through the challenge, but not halfway through the game. All right. So my target for right now is going to be the Strong Crocodile, which has a 2 in 128 chance of dropping a super bomb. Now, the Strong Crocodile gives me PTSD because when I first did this challenge and I got the Strong Crocodile's drop, it was around 5 in the morning and my sanity was completely broken to the point where I said something completely delusional. And there's a Strong Crocodile. Bro, he just singled himself out for me. All right, so we have the save state. He singled himself out somehow, and since it is a 2 in 128 chance, it is very difficult to obtain because it's rare. So it could take a while, but let's go ahead and get started. Now the Strong Crocodile, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a palette swap of the plain crocodile from chapter 3, but the Strong Crocodile is, well, stronger. The Strong Crocodile has more offense, so he does more damage to us, and he has more defense. So it takes a lot of hits to kill a Strong Crocodile. That's why they're called the Strong Crocodile. They have a ton of defense. So yeah, it takes a while to kill one. Like the party have the strongest gear at this point of the game, and we're still barely doing any damage to it. But at least the party won't really be taking any damage themselves because we got the Super Plush Bear from the Mighty Bear 7 a few minutes ago. And since it is a Super Plush Bear, it will shield damage for us most of the time. Ooh, that was a lot of damage. Dude, that was like 90% of Paula's health. Dude, that one tail swinging attack that Paula got hit with, she was at max health. That put her all the way down to 18 HP. That thing is called a Strong Crocodile for a reason. Dude, no wonder they encourage you to sneak attack this thing. And even with the sneak attack, I still barely do any damage to it. Oh yeah, and during one of the practice rounds of this challenge, I somehow managed to get the strong crocodiles drop on the first try. Oh dang, I'm over here focusing on grinding, and then I just look down at my camera, and dude, the battle background looks so bright for no reason. Like from my perspective, the battle background is normal, but I'm just looking at my camera and the battle background is so bright for no reason. But yeah, honestly, I would argue that the strong crocodiles is one of the most difficult drops to get in the entirety of chapter 4. And chapter 4, when it comes to this challenge, is kind of known to be just a bunch of pain and suffering when trying to get these drops. But don't worry, there's a chapter later in the game that's somehow worse. Dude, when I'm normally playing the game, the chapter I'm talking about is a really great chapter. It's actually the longest chapter in the game, and I'm fine with that. It's really fun to go through that chapter. But when you're doing this challenge, which is, not playing the game normally, yeah, that chapter might actually be the worst chapter in the challenge. Like, it might actually be the worst part of the challenge. So yeah, I'm praying for my luck when I get to that chapter. Ooh, smash hit. I'm surprised that did so much damage from a smash hit. Especially if it's coming from Paula. Like, if it was coming from Ness, I would understand how it did that much damage. Because Ness is a freaking monster in this game. Bro, Paula, I did not expect that from Paula. Ooh! That smash hit was clean. And it came from Paula again. That was clean. I don't know why it just went up. Ooh! Paula with the clean smash hits. What? That still isn't enough to kill him? Dude, how much HP does this thing have? I know it's a crocodile, but crocodiles can't be that strong. And yeah, I get that it's called a strong crocodile, meaning it's supposed to be a freaking tank for an enemy, but seriously, that should have killed him. Alright, just wait until we get a smash hit from Ness. He's probably gonna insta-kill it. Because with one smash hit from Ness, we can basically one-shot everything. Well, besides the bosses, but still. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if Ness got a smash hit, on the strong crocodile right now, he would probably insta-kill it. Like, dude, just imagine being the strong crocodile, getting ready for a really great battle, probably the greatest battle in your entire life. What? That still wasn't enough to kill. That was a smash hit from Ness. That smash hit from Ness literally did more damage than how much HP Ness has. And that still wasn't enough to kill him. Dude, this thing is a tank. This thing is an actual tank. This guy doesn't die from a smash hit from Ness. Ooh, he missed. He missed. Yeah, just imagine being the strong crocodile preparing for the greatest fight of your life just to get one shot with a smash hit. Well, really, that goes for any enemy in this game. Like, you could be that enemy getting so ready and being so excited to kill Ness and his friends and stop them from fighting against Gygas just to get one shot with a smash hit. Ooh, clean. Paula with the clean smash hit again. Seriously though, that was actually clean. Alright, but we are 12 minutes into recording. This is honestly normal for a 2 in 120 drop to take this long. Ooh, he just did a lot of damage to Jeff. That was a lot of damage. Dude, this... Dude, can we put the strong crocodile in a WWE match, bro? Like, this thing's a tank. Like, he takes so many hits to kill that not even a smash hit from Ness will kill him in one hit. And on top of that, he has high defense. But my question is, what is giving him the high defense? Like, is it his skin? It's got to be the skin, right? Because otherwise, I don't know how he would be this strong against our attacks. Ooh, that was a lot of damage. Dude, this thing can literally two-shot us. My guy, you are not Mr. Sandman, bro. You're not Mr. Sandman. You're just a crocodile fighting some teenagers. Okay, Ness with the clean smash hit. And wow. Paula and Jeff just missed. Okay, he just wasted a turn. That's good. Because otherwise he would have done a lot of damage to one of us. We love to see enemies wasting their turns. Okay, it's fine if the super plush bear takes damage, because that's the point of a super plush bear. It's supposed to act as a shield for us. But of course, if the super plush bear takes too much damage, it will get destroyed. And dude, super plush bears are actual tanks in this game. Like, it takes so many hits for a super plush bear to get destroyed. It's actually insane. Jeff, just hit the strong crocodile, you monkey. Paula, you monkey. Okay, we're almost 18 minutes into recording now. Oh yeah, once I get the last drop in chapter 4, I'm taking a break for the rest of today, man. Oh, he just one-shot Paula. Okay, it doesn't even matter because we killed the strong crocodile. So Paula's still alive. Thank God this game has a rolling HP feature. Because if this game didn't have a rolling HP feature, my characters would have died so many times in all of my playthroughs of this game. Ness, just hit him, you monkey. Okay, he missed. Yeah, I'm taking a break for the rest of the day once I get the last drop needed from the Rainy Circle Sanctuary. But hey, at least once I get the last drop in chapter 4, chapter 4 will be complete. And then we can finally move on to chapter 5. And just like every chapter, there's more drops to get in chapter 5. Wait, what? You thought just because these are the last 2 drops of chapter 4, we're done with the challenge? No, my friends. We still have a lot more drops to get. Especially in the late game. We have a lot of drops to get in the late game. And the game also makes that harder by making pretty much every enemy 1 in 128 odds. Like, I'm not even joking. In the later locations of this game, there will literally be like 3 enemies with a 1 in 128 drop odd. And keep in mind, the 1 in 128 drops are literally the hardest ones to get in the whole game. That's why this challenge is inspired by the 1 in 128 challenge. It's similar to what I'm doing right now, but instead of getting all of the drops, you just play the game and you get all of the drops with a 1 in 128 chance. And there's 25 enemies with a 1 in 128 drop odd. But yeah, just know that those 25 enemy drops are the hardest to get in the game. Originally, before I first did this challenge, I was thinking about doing the 1 in 128 challenge myself. But then I was like, yeah, people have already made videos about those. You can check them out too. Those videos are really interesting. But yeah, people claim that the 1 in 128 challenge is one of the hardest, if not the hardest, EarthBound challenge you can do. But I'm here to say they are wrong. Because my stupid self, before attempting this challenge for the first time, was like, yeah, just doing the 1 in 128 items, yeah, that's so unoriginal. People have already made videos about that. So I decided to go for every single enemy drop. And it was painful when I did this challenge for the first time. And that's because I didn't know how the drops work at the time. Because, in most locations, I just didn't think to use save states, which made the grinding go on for a lot longer than it needed to. Oh, yes! There we go. The super bomb. We got the strong crocodiles drop. Okay, that only took 23 minutes. I was actually expecting that to take more like 30 minutes, maybe even 40 minutes. But I was not expecting 23 minutes. Alright, it's time to grind for the last drop of Chapter 4, as well as the Rainy Circle Sanctuary, which is from the Elder Baddie, which has a 4 in 128 chance of dropping a double burger. So we have to find an Elder Baddie. And their drop odd is higher than the strong crocodile, so it won't really take as long. But then again, the luck will determine everything. Okay, I see an elder. Oh, there's multiple elder baddies. Wait, hold on. Yeah, they're gonna try to group up with him. No, get off the screen. Oh, what if I do this? Yeah, we can just fight this battle real quick. Pray we make it out alive. Wait, I don't have to fight them. What am I doing? I could just run away. So yeah, the plan is run away, and then the elder baddie will be singled out. All right, let's test this out. Okay, we're good. No enemies are trying to group up with this elder baddie. All right, we have the save state. He's singled out, and it is a 4 in 120 chance. So It, in theory, it shouldn't take as long as it did with the strong crocodile, but let's just go ahead and start grinding. An elder baddie is a palette swap of the Mr. Baddie from chapter 2, except, surprise, surprise, the elder baddie is stronger than the Mr. Baddie. Who would have guessed from a palette swap? But yeah, there's a ton of palette swaps in this game. And literally the only difference between the palette swap and the original enemy is that the palette swap is stronger. And of course, the color is different. I'm actually surprised they didn't make the elder baddie like an ice blue color. You know, like cyan or something. Because, you know, the Rainy Circle Sanctuary is supposed to be, it is located in a place called Winters, which has snow everywhere. So they could have made it like an ice bat or something. Heck, they could have made the Rainy Circle Sanctuary an ice cave. You know, that is 100% missed opportunity there. 100% missed opportunity. But yeah, there's really else. That doesn't even sound right. I really have nothing else to say about the elder baddie, besides the fact it's just a palette swap of the Mr. Baddie. And once we get the elder baddies drop, the Ranger Circle Sanctuary will be done. And we'll be done with chapter 4. Ooh, yes! Yes! Oh my god. I didn't expect it to be that quick. That's the last drop of chapter 4. The Rainy Circle Sanctuary is done, and chapter 4 is done. It's complete. Finally. We can move away from this terrible chapter of drops. Like, chapter 4 is an amazing chapter when playing the game normally, but not when you're trying to get all the enemy drops. But then again, there's another chapter that's worse than this one, somehow. Alright, so now that we got all of the drops in the Rainy Circle Sanctuary, we can finally progress the story. And I'm not... Dude, leave me alone. I'm not trying to fight you. I'm just trying to progress the story. But yeah, we can progress the story by talking to Dr. Endonuts, who modified the Skyrunner after we defeated Shroom, which was the next boss. Okay, hold on. Is anyone damaged? Okay, no one has been damaged. So yeah, he modified the Skyrunner, and we can finally move on to Summers, which is the first location of Chapter 5. Alright, let's listen to the banger. Alright, we're here in Summers, the first location of Chapter 5. And Chapter 5 is a really short chapter. There's only 2 locations in Chapter 5, which is this and the next Sanctuary location. Alright, so we crash into Summers. The Skyrunner can't be fixed anymore. And we're here. Chapter 5. Now, when I did this challenge for the first time, Summers ended up being one of the easiest parts of the whole challenge. So it should also be one of the easiest parts of the challenge for this redemption. Alright, before I save the game, I want to get a few pictures. Because you can't get a few pictures in some spots in Summers. And since we are in Chapter 5 and in Summers, we are officially halfway through the game. So that's a big milestone for us. We have more than half of the drops, and we're halfway through the game. Oh yeah, there's the Mad Taxi, but the Mad Taxi isn't important because we already got their drop back in Chapter 4. And if you guys don't know, Summers is filled with rude NPCs who mock you for being kids. And Summers is also filled with very expensive places. Like, seriously, you will go broke in Summers. Like, dude, this restaurant I'm in right now is expensive. The hotel is expensive. Items at the shop are expensive. Like, dude, you can't even save the game without having to pay up $1. And no, I'm not joking. If you want to save the game here in Summers, you have to pay up $1 every time. Because there's no telephones. And dude, I love the music here in Summers. It really does feel like a beach city. Okay, the craze sign also isn't important because I also got their drop back in Chapter 4. Yeah, can you like please die? Dude, I really love the music here. It's so peaceful. And it really does fit this place. Because Summers is a beach city. And you know, Summers is, you know, beach themed. That's why it's called Summers. You know what? Dude, I don't even know what I just did just then. I'm just like roaming around this place. There's only one telephone in the entirety of Summers, and it's located inside the Summers Museum. And yeah, I'm that big of a cheapskate. I'm not about to pay up $1 to save the game, bro. Like, bro, who do you think I am? This Does this game think I'm Bill Gates or something? Alright, but that is it for this recording. That's great that we're done with chapter 4 and we're in chapter 5 now. So, yeah, I'm taking a break for the rest of the day. So tomorrow, we're going to start grinding for the drops in chapter 5.